Just 1-2.
1-2, 1-2.
Φίλοι του Gazzetta, καλησπέρα. Σε ακόμα μια μεγάλη συνέντευξη εδώ στο κανάλι μας στο YouTube. Μαζί μας, όπως βλέπετε, ένας άνθρωπος που δεν χρειάζεται ιδιαίτερα introduction, ο Φιλίπ Πετρούσεφ. So, Philip, thank you very much for being here with us.
You're welcome.
I know that you hate journalists, and we will be as polite as possible.
Sounds good.
So, first of all, why a huge talent like you is not in the NBA and it's still in Europe?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's a question for me. I think it's different. NBA is a lot of different things. It depends if you're drafted or not, which round you're drafted, which year you were drafted, which team. I think there's so many variables. Some guys get a chance, and usually guys from Europe that really get a chance, they make it over there. Sometimes guys don't get a chance. I think I didn't get like a full chance, so maybe that's why. And I also didn't want to stay over there and play G League and try to make my way through, G League and last guy on the roster. I wanted to play basketball and play on a high level, which is EuroLeague, and that's why I decided to come back, even earlier than maybe expected.
When you scored a double digit against Team USA during the Olympics, did you have any offers or any calls or something like that?
Not really, because that was late and I was already coming, firstly back to Olympiacos. So not really. I think for the NBA, everything happens a lot earlier. Like when I went the first time, I knew even 1 year earlier, before the Red Star season, that I was going to go there no matter what. So yeah, it's very different than in Europe.
What do you believe that went wrong during your time there? I mean, the timing, the teams, just the opportunity that you didn't get.
I mean, I was playing the preseason a couple of games and I did good and I was moving up in the rotation. Even that year later, Embiid got injured, so if I stayed, I would have had to play. But it was just one trade with James Harden, and then the way my contract wasn't really guaranteed much. So they just put me in the trade, and the season already started. You go to a new team that's already made up. So it was hard for me, and that's why I decided to go back.
Have you seen Dubai, or with all the travelings and the airplanes, you haven't got the chance to?
I have. It seems like a great city, really. Especially like next month when the weather is going to be great. It looks amazing so far. So we have everything we need, especially people from the club. They try to make it as easy as possible because we do have some long travelings. But for now, everything is amazing. We have great conditions, and it's just enough to play basketball.
What is, this particular thing that makes this team special? Because they got to sign you, Janan, Bacon, and all those great guys. So what is, the special thing about this team?
I mean, when something is new and when you're trying to make something new, I think it's attractive for everybody because you want to be the first to do something. And when it's a new club, first year in EuroLeague, I think that's very intriguing for a lot of players, especially a lot of young players like we have. That are still looking to prove themselves and to establish themselves really at this level. Mm-hmm. So I think all those things are really intriguing and interesting for young players to experience something new and be the first one to do something in a new place. And I think it's a great opportunity for all of us.
What is the goal of the team this year? Reaching the playoffs, the Final Four maybe? What?
I don't think we have any specific goals in terms of results. We know we're very talented. We know we have potential, but nobody still knows how it's going to look like. Mm-hmm. We just started the year, and is the first year in EuroLeague, so it's really hard to put any goals in terms of result. I think the biggest goal is that we have for ourselves, to play good, to give maximum, and to see how it goes the first year. There's going to be a lot of unknown things and obstacles, but I think the first year is to see how it's going to work, and but meanwhile we're going to fight for every win and see how far it takes us.
So you don't have Oaka at the back of your mind in the Final Four?
No, I think it's really early, especially now. We're still getting to know each other. We're trying to build the team, build the chemistry, build culture, and this all takes time. I think we're focused on this, not on the end result.
Everyone thought during the summer that you were going to stay in Belgrade and Zvezda. Can you walk us through the whole process and the whole situation and what happened and you ended up in Dubai?
Just a lot of things, many things. I won't go into specific details, but it's just at the end of the day, I chose, I had to wait first to see if I have any offers from the NBA. And then after that, Red Star already signed a lot of players, and I think Dubai showed, I had many offers, but I think Dubai showed the most, they showed mostly that they wanted me. And in Serbia, we have a say, you go where you're wanted. You don't go where, some teams offer you just to offer you, just to have another good player. You go where team really wants you and really shows that they like you as a player. And that was the case in Dubai, especially with the coach and the management that are mostly from Balkans, we have same mentality, same
craziness,
same goals, speak the same language. So it was really I think good decision for me.
Staying in Greece was an option?
No, because after I left, there were some negotiations of potentially extending the contract when I come back. But we just couldn't come to the compromise. It's just the offer wasn't even close to being realistic. And I think it's just, I love Olympiacos. I think it's one of the biggest clubs in Europe. And I love the city, I love the fans. And it was really so hard when I had to leave because I really like everything here. But in my career, I always put basketball number one. And, also the coach, I love him. I think he's a great person. But it's just, the basketball, he has his system. And I think for me, which I think ended up being true, going to Red Star, really, I showed a lot more potential and a lot more, different things in my game. I think there are different players that are for the system, for different systems. So I think for Olympiacos, where coach has different roles for every position, it just doesn't fit me well because I can play more positions and do different things in different positions, which is in his system is not the case. So that was really the only thing why I left, because I really, I do this my whole life and I had to try to optimize my potential. But it was really hard decision because I really love everything here and I love the fans in the city, and that was the story behind it.
So from your words, I'm realizing that if there's a possibility in the future and you're not under contract with Dubai, you might consider coming back if the situation is different.
Yeah, why not? You never know what's going to happen, but I have nothing against anybody in Olympiacos. It's actually the opposite, I really love everybody and I still keep in touch with a lot of players, with a lot of staff members. I have friends that go to the games that are on the gate 7, so it's a great place for me, for sure.
When you saw them reaching the Final Four last year, were you like, damn, I could be there, I could be the thing that they needed to go the distance?
No, I don't look at it that way because I think it was better for both, because if I stayed, maybe there would be more players unhappy. I think, when I left, it was more space for some other players, and it was great for me to play for Red Star and almost reach the playoffs and play really good during the year. So I don't look at it that way. I think it was good for both sides, and I think again they were very close, and you know, I hope in the future they will have a chance to maybe win one Euro.
Are you anxious about seeing the fans again? How they are going to welcome you and all that?
Yeah, you know, it will be interesting for sure. I don't know what to expect, but it's gonna be fun to, you know, once again play in SEF, and it's gonna be great. I'm really excited.
And what's the best and what's the worst memory that you have from Greece and from your Olympiacos time?
The best memory was when we beat Barcelona in the playoffs and went to the Final Four, and the whole playoff series, it was very intense. And that was my favorite memory. And then the worst, just the way we ended the year when we were up 2-0, you know, and should have won the Greek league, and we had that game at home. That was really, it was special, you know, but I think we should have won, you know, that series. So that's maybe the worst, you know, that we didn't bring the championship that year to the fans.
I don't know if you heard it, but Coach Sfαιρόπουλο and Zvezda, if they're not already parted ways, they are about to part ways. So, what's your thoughts about that, and how was you know, your experience with him?
My experience was amazing. I think he is one of the coaches that really pushed me, you know, especially, you know, in practice and behind closed doors. He pushed me, you know, to be better every day, or to try to be better every day. And he's you know, one of the reasons that I played really good in Red Star. So I have all the best to say for him. I think also, you know, end of the last year and even this year at the beginning, him and Red Star were really unlucky with all the injuries and everything.
Yeah.
And that's just, you know, some of the things that you cannot control. And it's bad when it happens, but you know, that's how it is. It's always the coach that's, you know, on the first one
to blame.
Yeah, you know. So I feel bad for him because I think he's a great person as well. But that's basketball, you know. That's how it goes.
You said that you love Coach Bαρτζώκα as a person. Can you walk us through the way that he is? I mean, how he is as a person, because everyone sees the person yelling at the players during the timeout and during the game.
No, but that's
he's not that.
That's just during the game, you know. It's how it is during the game, you know. Off the court, he understands everybody, and you know, he was a player, so he really understands how we think, and he always tries to listen to everybody, and he's overall just, you know, one of the better persons as a coach that I worked with, for sure.
I want to ask you about the national team. What went wrong this year? Because everyone thought that you were the big favorite.
Yeah.
We are talking about the Eurobasket 2025, of course.
I mean, I have a feeling that every time they think we're the favorites, something happens. And it's, again, I think one of those situations that many of those things you couldn't control, and there was one game, one bad day, and you know, first Bogdanovic gets injured, then Alexa was also injured. Couple more players were playing, but really not even close to 100%, and a couple players were sick the day before. So also that day, we gotta give credit to Finland, who played maybe one of their best games in the tournament. They're a really good team, you know. They play a specific style of basketball that's maybe a little bit new in Europe. So just everything that day was against us, and even so, it was a very close game. And I mean, it happens. It's just one game, you lose it and you're out. Maybe if we beat Turkey that we should have beat before and had a different path, maybe things would have been different. But that's, again, basketball. You can't do anything about it, and you know.
But you know, as a Greek, I have to thank you for exhausting them, so we could beat them in the third place game. You know.
I mean, you know, it's just I think different teams fit better against other teams. I think Finland doesn't really fit us because they can all shoot. They play really fast. So that was also a challenge for us, but. What can I say? We gotta look onto the next year and into the future.
You said about the future, Ντούσαν Αλίμπιγιεβιτς is the new head coach. What's your thoughts?
I mean, it's going to be different for sure. He's a lot younger coach, but already had a lot of success in Europe with the different teams. So I'm excited. I don't know what it's going to look like. I never worked with him. I know him and I know he's a great guy. So we will see. I mean, it's going to be exciting for sure to, after this failure, if we can say so, to, come back and redeem ourselves and make, some good accomplishment again. It's going to be, I think, motivation for all of us. And I think we will all be excited when the time comes. I think now with the EuroLeague is too much to look too much into the future.
And one last thing about the interview, because after that we have some rapid fire questions. I want you to tell me which is the former teammate of yours that you want to score against in the game at CEF. Papanikolaou, Milutinov, I don't know.
Lαρεντζάκη, if he plays.
Lαρεντζάκη?
Yes.
Why?
Because he always talks a lot of trash, even in practice, so I want to score against him and
talk some trash too.
Talk a little bit, yeah, for sure. The other guys, I respect the other guys too much to talk trash to any of them,